Welcome to Joy Juntique. I'm Rhonda, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I am kind of doing a continuation video of my project for SamPool. I showed my design team project in the video before this, but I wanted to show you some other things that I had made while I did that too, because I had so many ideas that just kept coming to my head, and I would put this aside and put this aside, and as I created, I just kind of added to these two. So I just wanted to show you what else I did, because there was so much that I could have done with this, so much more. I really enjoyed creating with these kits and with the laces that we collaborated with Jaizella from LavishLaces. So I'm just going to show you a few more things really quick, and that way you'll see what other possibilities you have. So I had printed this on fabric, and I promise I'm going to make that video soon of how I did all this with the printing on the fabric. And so this was the printable, and once I printed it on fabric, then I left the backing on this one so it would be stiffer, and then I added another printable, just printed on paper, glued it down, and then stitched around to form an envelope. This was some of Jaizella's laces, so I just glued that there, added this cute little tag from one of Sam's kits, and then inside I added these little bits of ephemera. And so it's just, I just folded it up to make a little pocket for this to tuck in and paper clipped it. There's a photo. There's this little image here. And then this I just made a, it's actually just a piece of paper folded up, a printable, and made this little tag. Added this little snippet that I cut from one of the printables too. And so there's just a bookmark tag. And then this is just a piece of one of the printables that I printed on my little parchment paper and just dressed it up. And so just folded it up and tucked these littles inside. Just like that. And so then that just slips down in here in this cute little envelope. So that's one thing. And this was just a little, you know how they tie the sari silk ribbon together? Well, I saved the part that I had to cut off when I was trying to get some ribbon off of there. And so that's just that little snippet from there I glued down. So let me show you the journal next. I just wrap this sari silk ribbon around it. I love this black and cream, it's so pretty. This was a little piece that came in the lace that Jaizella sent. This is all the lace in here is from her shop. And this was just a old, one of those paper bags that has all of the little advertisements on it. I have a stash of those somewhere. And so here's some more of my little crepe paper gathered up ribbon like Dody does. I really like making them. They're fun, and they add so much to your project, so much detail. So here is just another little piece I cut out and put on. I actually used a window envelope for this and wrapped this little baggie around it, and then just let one of the images peek through it. Here's another little piece of a ephemera, and then on the back I just kind of collaged it, and at the bottom I added this little button and pearl and little snippet. So then when you open it, I just used this little photo as a little tuck spot. And these are under there. And here you can kind of see that bag better. And here's another little snippet on a doily. This is one of the sample cards. This is just an image that I printed on fabric. And so it looks like beautiful lace, and I just love it. So I made a sample card with that. Here's another really pretty printable page and little piece of ephemera. This tape actually was holding on my fabric when I printed it, run it through my printer. So it kind of took some of the design, so I just cut it out and added it to this edge of this page. Here's some of Sam's stamps and more stamps on a tea bag, a little snippet. This is some of that toilet paper, embossed paper that I made, that I got the idea from Graphics Fairy website. There's another little stamp. I kind of put those stamps all throughout. This was a paper bag, and so inside I just took another little baggie that I had gotten from somewhere, and I added a bunch of little buttons in there and a little snippet, and that just paper clips inside. And here's a stamp, one of Sam's stamps that I just used on my coffee dyed paper. Little journaling card. Added some lace there. All the lace in here is from Jaizella too. Here's another little needle stamp. Coffee dyed paper with my lace pattern. Here's some more little pieces of ephemera from different kits. And here's just a little journaling card. Slips right under there. Here's some of Sam's stamps. More of that toilet paper. This is just an image from one of the little embroidery books I have. So I just printed it on vellum. And this just opens up for journaling. And then I just tied some little buttons to the center. This I just made a flip out with some more of that tape. And here's a little journaling card. Here's another scrap piece of that fabric. And then I just added these two little pieces in here. This little photo. Sam stamp. Here I just folded this over and made a little tuck spot. Use that stamp again. Inside I just have a piece of ephemera on coffee dyed paper. Here I just took one of the pages and folded it up, and I printed on both sides. And that just tucks under this little envelope. And this envelope I folded up like you can, you know how you fold them up the old way. Like that. And so that just tucks right back in there. And that just fit perfectly over my page there. And I glued this little piece here to help hold this in. Here's another piece of that toilet paper, embossed paper. So here's some more of it. The other side of that toilet paper. This was just like a little sample card, and I just folded it over and paper clipped it there. Here's the other side of that tea bag. More stamps. Another journaling card. And then another little image. Another little snippet. And in the back here, I had printed out all these little sample cards, and I just loved them. And I just decided to just put them all together and tie them, and they could be for future use. So I just put those right at the back like that, over the top, and then I use this little clip to hold them on there. So there's that sweet little journal. And it'll tie back. And then this was that fabric that I printed on. And I had this old box, and I've had it for a long time. And it's kind of beat up, and the top was worse than the sides. But I thought it would be so pretty to take one of those pieces of fabric that I had printed on with this beautiful lace, and to add that to the top. And then I had this little trim. It was from another little shop on Etsy. But I just added that around the edges, and this I had that somebody had given me. So I just thought that would be perfect in the center. And so now I have this beautiful little box to store things in. And I just loved how it turned out. It's so vintage feeling, and I just love it. So as you open it, I had this little bag, so I just stamped one of Sam's stamps on it. And inside I have more buttons and little rusty stuff. It's just full of stuff. So that goes in this little bag. And then here's a little journal. Actually, it's a little, this is a little sample booklet. And I tied it like Heather from Rose Hill Paper Cottage does her little one loop tie. And that just turned out perfect. My ribbon was too short, so that worked out perfect because I didn't need as much ribbon to do that. And it just adds this cute little froofy bow there, and I love it. So this is just a paper bag, a piece of a paper bag. It's not a whole paper bag. It was just a scrap I found in my box that I keep. And so what I did is where the pocket is, I added this with these little stamps from Sam's kit that are so cute. And I just added a piece of lace is all I really did. It was already coffee dyed from my last project. So I just added that lace and added this little image on top. And then stuffed the little pocket. So I actually took another glassine envelope and just glued the little flap right there. And then on the front of it, I glued this, one of Sam's envelope images. So I glued that to the front. It was a perfect fit. And then on the back side, you can open it and there's this little image in here. So that just folds like this. This was out of an old book, the inside cover of a book, and I couldn't throw it away. And I just thought it was perfect for this. So in here, I just took the little white bags that I have, and I folded them in half, and I cut them all even with my pinking shears. And I just put them in like you normally would, as far as just binding them in there like that. And so this is my little sample card booklet. So I have little samples of lace in here. Like that. Just little snippets I had left over. And they worked perfect for this. And then there's a few that are empty, just to add some more to later. And here's another piece of that toilet paper, embossed paper, and that's that. So that just ties right back. And all you do to tie it like that, you just do it like this, make your loop, and then make this one come all the way through. You have this cute little froofy little tie there. And it works perfect for this tiny little book. And then I just added little buttons that hang at the bottom. So that's in here. Here I have just some images that I added a little rusty sand and a little scrap piece of that sorry silk ribbon. And then there's that one that I added some lace and a button. So those just clip together in here. And then here I made a snippet roll. And I thought it turned out really sweet too. I had a bunch of little scrap pieces left and I didn't want to throw them away. So I just took a piece of my tea towel and I ripped it and added a piece of lace on the top of that. This piece of lace. And then from there I just started layering all the little leftover pieces of lace and ephemera. And I tried to do little sections like, I'll show you. So like here, I kind of did just more of the vintage look with the old paper and the browns and the creams. And in this part, I kind of used the blues. So that if you wanted to take and cut off a certain section to use on a certain project that had certain colors, then you would have a choice. And then this section has more of the pinks. So there's my snippet roll. And you could add buttons, you could add whatever to it. I just left it kind of plain for now so that it would roll and kind of all fit on this little spool. So there is what else I did while I was doing that design team project. And it was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself so much. Just kept having ideas because there's so many things that you can do with all this. It was just got my creativity going. And that is a good feeling, because sometimes you just can't seem to get that rolling. And with all this project, I kept getting ideas and I kept getting ideas, and so I just kept going with it. So there's that cute little box full of goodies. And here's the journal. And here's the little envelope. So I just wanted to show you the rest of what I made, and so you could kind of have some more ideas, and just go to Jaizella's shop and check out her laces. Go to Sam's shop and check out all of her beautiful kits, and check out all of the other design team members that are on this team. The other Rhonda and Leslie and Dody. Go check out all their wonderful projects, because there's so much that you would enjoy. So I appreciate y'all coming back and watching the rest of this. So y'all just have a wonderful day. I will be back really soon with some more projects that I'm working on. And until then, God bless.